I'd like to share a story of a situation that presented a great opportunity for growth for me, and perhaps it's one that you will find value in as well. One day, as I was exiting the expressway in my car, suddenly I heard a car horn blaring behind me. A little startled, I checked my rearview mirror to see a woman in a car with her hands flaring and making rude gestures towards me. I don't know what she was saying, but I'm pretty sure she was cussing out my mama's baby. Well, I didn't quite understand the reason behind the commotion because I saw that the lane was clear before I signaled and proceeded to merge over. However, I understand that it is not beneath me to do something I'm unaware of that could interrupt someone else's drive. So when I pulled up to the traffic light to make a left turn onto the highway, she pulled up to the outside left turning lane where her driver's door was maybe 2 feet ahead of my passenger's door. I eased up a little to line directly beside her and rolled down my window seeking to get her attention, but to no avail. I gently tapped my horn. Reluctantly, she turned her head towards me with a look of anger and frustration. Then with my opened right hand, I placed over my heart and then mouthed the words, "I'm sorry. I didn't see you." To that, there was an instant vibrational transformation in her face, as you can almost see a weight being lifted from her whole being. She put her head down for a couple of seconds, and as she lifted it back up, she rolled her window down and said, "I am so embarrassed because you did nothing wrong, sir. I'm rushing to get to my daughter's school for some nonsense, and I was taking out my frustration on you, so no, I'm sorry." And then I said, "It's okay, sweetheart. Just breathe and know that everything will work itself out, okay?" Then a truck behind us blew their horn to indicate the light had changed to green. She then smiled, placed her hand over her heart and said, "Thank you so much," and then darted off. I slowly pulled off, rolled my window back up, and then turned my music back on, because I was in the middle of hearing Sade tell me that my love was king when it all started. Now, there is so much to unpack here. So, where should I begin? You know, I could have easily reacted to the woman to match her energy because my past has well trained me for such occasions. Yes, I could have pulled up to the side of her and easily invited her to perhaps the most famous university in the world. You know, FU. Then adding the term for a female dog just for measure. But since I take true value with being aligned with my well-being, it's easier now for me to understand that that would not serve me in continuing to feel good. However, it did offer me the opportunity to be the light in the midst of dense, dark energy instead of conforming to it. And I can't lie, it feels good when I choose to have control of my feelings instead of just reacting. However, the real beauty of this presentation is it is an invitation for us to get a broader understanding of forgiveness by considering the other driver's position. You see, I believe our exchange may have momentarily caused a shift in her journey for the release of burden from the altercation, for it would serve no purpose by carrying it further. But my desire is for us to understand the true cause of the shift, okay? So, allow me to briefly draw a scenario for you. Imagine being angry at someone for something that they did, be it recently or years ago. And then, this certain person came around and gave you the most humble and sincere, heartfelt apology for their misdeed. After their apology, you begin to feel your vibration rise to frequencies of relief and comfort. Now, the first question is, what caused the shift in your vibration? Well, I can tell you what didn't cause it. That person's apology didn't. Because just like my traffic situation, the lady could have continued to ignore me or even turned towards me and rejected my apology and remained angry. But no, she chose to think differently. She chose to open herself up, thus allowing her well-being to flow more fluidly by removing the resistance that her negative thinking was causing. In actuality, my spiritual siblings, this is the ultimate definition of forgiveness. The removal of resistance to the flow of your well-being. Yes, that is what is taking place when you feel any negative emotion towards anyone. Resentment, bitterness, jealousy, judgment, disdain, and even guilt are a few lower vibrations that are merely resistance that we put in our well-being energy stream that do nothing to the people that we have those feelings for, however, negatively affects the one who have those feelings. But now the second question is, why do we give up our power waiting on someone to apologize to us if feeling better is a self-induced choice? And I also have an answer for this. It is because most of our teaching would have us focused on external conditions rather than internal control. In other words, we are more programmed to be reactive than deliberate in our journeys. I don't think that it is necessary for me to run down a laundry list of examples of the influence that our families, environment, and tales of history that supports the need of someone else's offering in order for us to feel good or better. Well, my offering today is you do not have to rely or wait on someone's apology in order for you to forgive and feel better. Because it is your thinking is what dictates the direction of your emotions in all of your living. Right now, you can decide to start reaching for the frequency of understanding, as this will help you to transcend the need even to forgive. I mean, why would you have to forgive if you are not offended? Similar to me not having to forgive the woman because her being rude was never about me, and I didn't make it be. So, if I could borrow a quote from the most beautiful late great Dr. Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better. I hope that your visit today with Papa L will have you to know a little bit better, my friends.